Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Ultimate Review by Purecast 9. In today's episode, I'm going to give you my review of the Premium Apollo neckband wireless Bluetooth earphones. So, the awesome folks over at Premium reached out to me and they were like, would you like to review our product? I was like, of course, send it over. So, they did. So, I want to make it clear that this is a review. It's not a paid promotion. I'm not being paid by them. So, I have the liberty of saying all that I like about this and all that I don't. So before I give you my verdict on how it sounds, let me tell you a bit about its features. So this earphone is a neckband design earphone. It rocks Bluetooth version 4.2. It has IPX5 water and dust resistant. So even if you're working out with this, sweat or a little bit of splash of water here and there will do no harm. It's got a 180 milliamp hour inbuilt battery, which can be charged fully in 2 hours, and at 60% volume you get 8 hours of continuous playback. At 100% volume, you get around, say, 5.5 to 6 hours max. It's also got the claim that it has 3D, it produces natural sound, which sounds three-dimensional, and it's got crystal clear audio. And they claim that they've tuned their speaker driver units inside the earbuds in such a way that it absorbs the excess noise of the high frequencies and the excess noise of the low frequencies to give you the most accurate representation of the sound while maintaining very good audio quality and giving you deep, punchy bass. And they also have this patented wire technology, which is something that I found really useful, and in terms of the design, this is something I really like. And it's basically that once you rest them on your neck, you can use this slider to take out the wires, put them in your ear, and once you're done, they can be very safely tucked inside the sleeve, inside the neckband itself, with the help of the slider. So you don't have to worry about them being pulled off, ripped off with the wear and tear of daily use. So that is the first, and that's something very, very useful. They also come with a pouch with which you can carry these earphones. And the controls of these earphones are on the left module, which rests on your neck. So you've got the power button, which doubles as the play and pause button, the volume rockers, you can use them to change the tracks. And at the bottom, you have a micro USB port to charge this device. And you also have an LED indicator and a hole for the microphone hole for you can to answer and end calls. So comfort-wise, it's really comfortable. You sometimes even forget that it's resting on your neck. It's really light. And now let's talk about the sound. When I begin these reviews or when I do my testing, I keep my expectations low and then I gradually build or stay the same or go even low. With this, I was quite surprised. So I always mention the 3 frequencies that make up sound, broadly the highs, the mids and the lows. So let's start off with the highs. Now this is something many earphones get it wrong because they either overprocess it, make it too sharp that it gets unpleasant, sounds artificial, or it's just muffled by the rest of the frequencies. With this, I found that the highs are very, very crisp, very sharp, not overprocessed, and not unpleasant as well. Now they do suggest that you listen to these, any earphone for that matter, at 60% volume so as to not damage your hearing. But even when I did test it out at 100% volume, yeah, it gets really loud because they house 10mm drivers inside, so they get very, very loud. But the highs were not unpleasant or irritating. Very sharp and with a lot of clarity. So in terms of the highs, they've got it covered. Now coming down to the mids, where the vocals are, vocals have a lot of clarity while also maintaining a bit of that warmth, which normally are the tonality of any voice carries, which some earphones are not able to produce. This produces a bit of that, maybe not the entire extent of that, but the vocals sound, apart from sounding very clear, having a lot of clarity, they've got that bit of warmth that sounds very pleasing. And obviously I did my testing with one of the signature tracks, Hotel California by the Eagles, and it sounded really, really nice. So vocals did not distort at max volume, although it's really pleasant to listen to any music or song at max of 80% volume. It's really pleasing, and it's even not that harmful for your ears as well. So mids, vocals, sounded rich, sounded pleasant, and very, very crisp and clear. Now coming to the low end, now they claim that it produces very deep bass. Now it's not the deepest bass that I've heard, but by no means is it the lightest as well. The bass is punchy, it does produce those sub lows, and it's really pleasant. It's got the punch, it's got the thump that you guys look for, and for a bass head, it is more or less satisfying to listen to. Now, the bass is not overwhelming. Now, that is the good thing. The bass does not eat the mids and the highs. They all are produced individually very nicely. So, when you listen to instrumental tracks as well, they sound very nice. If there is drumming, if there is a lot of drum in that track, or even if you're listening to dubstep, it's got you covered. The low end is impressive. So highs, mids, lows, very nicely balanced, sound good. They have their individual character and sounded very, very impressive. So there you have it, guys. That was the review of the Premium Apollo wireless Bluetooth headphones. Now, I would suggest that you do give this a try because I like that practical design of the earphone cords themselves being tucked into the sleeve. The earphones themselves, the whole band is really twisty, so you've got that carrying pouch and dressed really well. They also come with different sized ear tips, so you find the best one that fits you, and it gives you that noise isolation, which is very good for you to get that immersive experience when listening to any track. And as far as whether I would recommend this, definitely gets my seal of buy with confidence because they sound really impressive, really nice for the price. So if you're interested to buy this, the link to this is in the description below. I would really appreciate that if you do decide to buy this, use that link as it will help me run this channel. I can produce more content just for you guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hit like on the way out, subscribe to PRcast9, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.